Today, I'd like to spotlight one of the authors that I'm coaching. Now, this author is doing several different things that I absolutely love that they're doing to create a successful author journey. The book that this author is working on is for teachers who went into teaching and realized it's not for them and they want to transition out, but they don't know how. I'm Zach Christensen, and this is Beyond the Book, presented by Juxtabook. The goal of this book for the author is to be able to provide a clear guide and support in helping teachers know how to identify what skills they have to transition out of teaching, how to find the right next step for them, and to determine what their career could look like outside of teaching. So here's some of the things that I absolutely love that the author is doing. First, they have a clear understanding of their audience. This is making the writing process a lot clearer because they know who their audience is. Second, they can empathize with teachers because they were once in their shoes. They experienced the joys and the disappointments and challenges of teaching, and for them, they ultimately realized that teaching is a broken system that they wouldn't be able to change. And even though it was a hard decision to leave, and their journey from going to teaching to another career and path was rocky, but the lessons they learned along the way is exactly what these teachers need in an author. What else I appreciate about this author is that they are thinking beyond the book. As they are writing their book, which is their main focus, they are also considering what other supplementary resources, tools, and courses that they can provide to teachers that will help them outside of their book, and what other support they can provide them that maybe will not fit in the book. Why this is so impactful is because as they're writing the book, they are going to be able to direct the reader how to further engage with them as an author outside of the book. The author is also intentionally thinking about building a community for teachers to receive that support as they transition. You may be thinking that a community could only be a Facebook group, but it could be outside of that as well. It can be on an email thread that meets virtually or in person often. It could be through another platform. It's someplace that these readers can connect outside of the book and further engage in the path that they want to go. For this author, having a book is good, but outside of that, having an impact and seeing success for their readers is more important. Now, this may seem daunting to be able to do as an author, to think about all these things at the same time. You need to be thinking about it, but the clear distinction is not to let it become distracting and for you to start building something that's not ready to be built yet. So for this author, they are focusing on getting the book done. But as they think of ideas of things that apply outside of the book, they are taking note of those, starting to think about what it would look like to build that, and when the right time is to start building it. The last thing that I'll touch on that I love that they're doing is they're thinking about their audience in regards to the physical format of the book. Most books out there are the standard 6x9 or 5x8 books that you can grab that are self-help or business, but they're really thinking about what might appeal to them as a teacher. Maybe a spiral bound book or something that's more of a workbook style layout, and figuring out how they can incorporate these elements to make it familiar to the teaching profession. So in summary, this author embodies a very strong holistic approach to their author journey. While they're focused on the immediate goal of finishing their book, they are also mindful of the bigger picture. So your action item today is to sit down and think about, at what point am I in my author journey? And what am I doing now to think about what will impact where I ultimately want to go? To get help discovering your author path, visit juxtabook.com to set up your author coaching session today. If you have any questions about a recent episode, I'd love to hear from you. Visit juxtabook.com/beyond the book and click the appropriate button to leave your question, and we will include it in our weekly Q&A episode. Your book is just one chapter in your author journey. Think beyond the book as you craft your path. Thank you for your questions, and thank you for listening.